Kia ora everyone, and welcome back to the one, the only, it's Humankind. Today I wanted to play a, to be honest, rather impromptu episode here. Hopefully a bit of a quicker one too, I don't quite have as long, so I thought, okay, well what can we play? And then I thought about Blitz mode, and how it scarred me last time. In fact, I lost horribly. The pacing somehow eclipsed me. And I'm not sure if it's a me problem or an everyone problem, and my sample size of one game is definitely not going to be enough to figure it out. So, I've set up this, a Blitz mode on the standard difficulty on a small world. And otherwise, I haven't really changed any settings, so that's sort of it. Let's jump straight in, and throughout I'll be keeping an eye on chat and stuff as we go too. Let's give it a whirl. I've got 3 opponents. I'm very excited. Let's do this. I also remember that I don't have a lot of music and stuff in the background, and some of you guys have been requesting some extra sound effects? It's just some sound in the background, which is totally fair enough. So I'll have a look at maybe tweaking those values. I'm always a little bit hesitant to do so because they can like blow away and be super loud, but I'll get to that in a minute. First and foremost, we need to do this. Auto-explore. Did you think your human mind was better than the AI? Well, you're wrong. And so was I, and so were we all. And it has been uncovered that if you simply click the little auto-explore button, there you have it. Now you might be wondering at the minute, there I have what? What just happened? All you did was find a discovery. And you're right, all I did was find a discovery, but the crucial part here is I found a discovery. and that matters, right? Because I could have ran up, I could have ran to the right, I could have ran down. I had choices as a human player, and there was no way for me to tell that there was going to be a discovery there, as opposed to, say, up here or in here, right? The AI, when you set it to auto-explore, and for those unfamiliar, will beeline discoveries with superhuman strength. In fact, it can't help but not do it. It will always run to a discovery, even if it's outside of your view. So, ditch your weak human instincts, and instead embrace auto-explore on your tribe, because it'll work for you. And boom, just like that, thanks to Blitz mode, we've made it through. Unfortunately, somehow 2 dudes have already bet us, but finally, we get to play as the Rappans. This will provide us with fertile inundations, +1 food on tiles, producing food, and +1 food on rivers, plus a triple times as powerful canal network, and stronger runners. These guys are insane, and I'm yet to actually even be able to play them live on stream. Kia ora, Octopus, and Zervik800, nice to see you guys. Welcome along. Welcome along on this wonderful Monday morning. What I imagine for you is late Sunday night live stream. Hashtag Humankind and chill? Surely. Right, let's skip through this. This is not in the heart of Blitz mode. And there you can see we've got our super duper runners. This gives us also a military advantage early on. We now have a stronger unit than everyone else, right? So we've got the Myceans in the game, so we're looking at warfare. Hey, Rigo. Sunday 11, I figured. And who else do we have? The Nubians. They're very strong too. Okay. Now, these guys will continue to auto-explore, but I kind of want to maybe manually control one of them now, because we need to start establishing some territories. And actually, that one that we started in was kind of juicy. Looks quite productive, but we should probably settle here too. We do get a massive bonus from settling on rivers, though, so there's something to be said about, for example, maybe settling here. Time for another stream, Jacob, you bet it. G'day, Daniel. Welcome in. That is really good. That spot there is really good. I'm going to send that scout back that way, and then we'll let this guy continue to auto-explore. Okay, another AI discovered a wander. That's all fine and good. There's a deer we could slay. And I've accidentally sent both dudes that way. Fun times. Fun times are plenty. But actually not the end of the world, because what we can probably do is jump there. Cannot move here without movement points. That's fine. We'll do that next turn. So I'll just quickly turn that auto off so they don't go running about and doing silly things. Stop running about and doing silly things. What are you doing, you absolute madman? Okay. We've got them under control. Now, let's separate these 2 lovebirds. Finally. They're happy to do their own thing. You go up there, and you go... Ooh. It's unfortunate that this tile doesn't have any rivers, but we will instead try and go for a more productive spot, I think. Because production is... We're going to be great with food, but not so hot with production. maybe we actually just keep walking and have a bit more of a look around here. See if we can find something better. Gotta be up in 5 hours. Fair enough, Octopus. Go and get some rest. Have a nice start to the week, Jumbo. Thanks, man. You too. You too. No, totally fair. Full respect. Okay. What have we got here? Let's chuck our tile yields on very quickly. Just so we can see... Actually, this is looking much better now that I've moved inland. I'm really glad that I did that. And these guys... You fools! You just ran through here! You're very familiar with this terrain. Do not at me and pretend like you knew that you couldn't get there. You knew full well what you were doing. Anyway, enough of me telling off the scouts. Let's get back to it. The runners, I should say. Let's runner up this way. Ah, shoot, we're right up north. That is disappointing, but not the end of the world. We will try and settle here too. Although I don't actually want it to be my first settle. Not that it matters too much in Humankind, but I don't really want it to be my first. So let's plot this one down here. Boom, that's getting established. Just a turn. And then we should probably also now take this one. I'd hoped to come up here in search of more productive land, but unfortunately we're kind of out of luck there. I could go for an 11-9, but why when you can get a 21-6, right? Let's scoot back down this way and claim this territory as well, and continue to move along them there hills, because I think these hills are going to be beneficial for us. Oh, and another discovery appears. Curse you. Gotta go for a little. I should be back before the game's over, but then again, this is Blitz. All good, Jacob. All good, friend. Thanks for saying hello. I appreciate that. There will be more territories up to the north. The question is, do I actually want to even bother trying? Oh, there's some nice ones. Yeah, alright. We'll give it a go. We'll give it a go. Oh, and I'm kind of glad I did, actually. I think we can make something of this. Definitely. We can make something of this. Yeah. Rocky Geyser? You old geyser. Alright. Evolve into a city. Boom. And let's get it working on the pottery workshop first. 1 turn and a whole load of extra influence for the rest of the game. Sounds delicious. Let's grab calendar and then... We'll also go domestication because the horses are a really great early food tile, right? They're a pretty good one anyway.
And praise the gods, a bit of privacy.
20 gold. We now start to get gold from these discoveries now that we're in the ancient era. It's good, but not like super fantastic. Put it that way. Speaking of good, but not super fantastic, take a look at these crappy outposts. Yikes. We can get like a... No, these are just starvingly bad. Let's move this way. We might settle this next one instead. We have actually already got these two though. Let's move down here, grab this third one, which has porcelain. +3 money per porcelain on the main plaza. And wow. These strategic resources, do not sleep on these. I think these are so fantastically powerful. So fantastically powerful, it's not even funny. Oh, this is it. Look at this for food. My goodness, these people are going to starve every day. Jeepers. Alright, next up, we probably want to find a good spot to do some farming. And these tiles down here look really juicy. Not a huge opportunity to get a massive amount of adjacency bonuses on them, but they do look pretty juicy. We could also connect this, +3 money per adjacent market quarter. We don't super need that right now, and I don't think we need the incense really. It's a nice little early gold bonus. But no, let's get our districts down first. So we need farmers' districts adjacent to the canal network, right? +3 food per adjacent farmers' quarter. So if I pop it down in one of these bits and then we get these farmers' quarters around these rivers, I've also got this territory so we can get some funky adjacency in here along this border. It's a shame this incense is right here, but it's not the end of the world. I'm going to pop it down here as the game suggests and then also fluff it up with... oh, it's a shame to lose that production. Let's hold off on that actually and just see how we go. I'll connect up those next. Brilliant. And... we need... I really like organized warfare, but maybe I'll fill in some of these gaps first. Maybe grab carpentry, might be a good idea. Is there going to be DLC for this game? Pixelated Fanta, we don't quite know, but I would imagine absolute yes. If we take a look at, particularly at Endless Legends' development cycle for their games, Amplitude Studios, think Endless Legend, Endless Space. They're big fans of DLC. I mean, really, the whole genre is. It would be very unusual if this game didn't get DLC. In fact, I'd bet almost anything on the fact that it will, but we don't have any formal announcements yet, right? Just slightly too early in the piece, I would say. I would expect some announcements on DLC probably first quarter next year, I would say. I reckon the rest of this year for them, maybe some, like, more sort of superficial DLC, you know? Here's 5 extra cultures, that kind of thing. But other than that, I can't see anything else this year. Again, this is just me speculating. I have no way to prove this at all. But that's what I would suspect. But I would suspect that we would probably see some significant patch balances or other changes like that this year. Definitely. Probably multiple significant patches, I reckon. This is a pretty garbage territory, but we could maybe use it as our productive land if we just completely ignore food and hitch it up to next door. That being said, it would be nice just to have a baseline of 7 food, and then we can build up from that. Yeah, alright. Let's establish here at the 710. Whammo, and then we'll hook it up here eventually and they can share food and production and be a wonderful megacity. It's Blitz, you only missed a minute. Yeah, a minute in Blitz is a very long time. A very long time. But you're right. I'm wondering... Yeah, I need mega influence in a big way, but we are sort of working on that slowly. Maybe our technologies can help us along the way a bit too. Forced labor is pretty fantastic. Let's get masonry. That's a great civic. And then, as I say, I really like organized warfare, but also we need maybe irrigation as well. Nice early one. The stoneworks will be useful in our productive city, but we will need irrigation there too. So let's grab that bad boy. I'm very concerned about the low number of runner units that I have, but I feel like maybe that's just a symptom of Blitz mode. Although last time I had 4, so I'm not sure. I hope they'll work on the base game more for the rest of the year instead of DLC. It's so rough, but extra content's nice. Interesting. I don't find the base game so rough, but I do fully anticipate that they'll be hardcore focused on getting the core experience grounded and polished this year, I would say. Jeff the Thunderman, swiggity swag, guess who's back? You are, and it's great to see you. It is really great. Let's keep exploring. We need to land grab as quickly as possible, but also we need some military units. I just need everything. That's a great find, that ruined shrine. That is a really great find. Let's maybe rendezvous these military units, just because I do. Oh, hello. Oh, Daniel! Hey! Daniel, thank you so much. Welcome to the JumboPixels as well. I love it. Jumping straight to the Jumbos. Daniel, I really appreciate that. As a regular viewer, it's awesome to have you on board within an even closer knit community. Thank you so much for your support, my man. That is awesome. Are you on Twitch too? I am, but I'm not streaming live on Twitch at the minute, but I do have a Twitch. I consider it my slightly more secret platform. I don't promote it. Obviously, if I get asked about a question, I'll talk about it, but I don't really promote it. I don't stream on it regularly, but I have done in the past, and I will look at it from time to time. And I will stream there, but like I say, it's kind of my secret place. Hello, No Name. Good to see you. Yeah, thanks, Daniel. Okay. We're going to lose this battle horribly because they have more strength than us. What we could do instead is win them over. Let's see. They are incredibly collectivist and incredibly worldly focused. Wow. How strange. What a strange mix. That is quite perplexing. Okay. We might just skirt around these boys. It's a shame that they've taken this territory, but we may be able to... Oh, I see enemy borders, I believe. We might need to get down here and quickly grab this one, so let's send our runners down. Meanwhile, in the capital, What is the next best thing for me to build here? Realistically, it may be military units, but I'd like to keep these specialists. I don't want to build these units because they'll use one in my production, and I'd much rather keep these dudes producing up here. Money, less important. Let's go industry instead. Get producing. And then support that with maybe +2 food per farmers. Per farmers? Or maybe an extra district first. Let's go the extra district first. Grab the +5 food there. That's pretty decent. And then we'll build that infrastructure. Try and balance it up as we go. Yeah, literally the internationals, 1920s commies in the West. yeah, you're right. Literally. An unusual political ideology to fall upon, for sure. And a pretty interesting one at that. Okay, what have we got going on? We've got religion. I think number of territories is the way to play in Blitz mode, because you're gonna have more territories before you have population by a long way. And also we've got this. +5 influence on main plaza. Super good. I'm just gonna jump right on it. That's me all day, baby. And then legitimacy. I quite like the decreased cost of creating outposts. However... I'm actually sort of tempted by this absorbing one, because I'd like to do more absorbing this game. So I'm going to try codified laws this time. I don't mind using myself as a test dummy. I don't mind at all being the test dummy. Right, let's see if I can snag this territory before some lunatic takes it from me. I don't like that. Let's have a look down here.
Now there's some good fortune. A neighbor who may be more
Okay.
interested in commerce than conflict.
Thank you, narrator, for telling me that they're more interested in commerce than conflict. That is nice to know. I'll bear that in mind. And maybe we can snag this territory next door to them, though. In the absolute ballsiest of plays, you bet your bottom dollar we can. I'm going to give it one extra turn just so I can scout it out a bit more. See what it's got on offer. It's a small territory. Nice defendable mountain range there. If we established around here, we could use that border to protect us well and truly. Chuck a couple of forts here in this open world, and we're probably away laughing against these noobs. We could even actually go for an early rush on them if I was feeling particularly game. But I'm not. But we'll see. Maybe as we move through. Right, where can I get the most production possible? Actually, I think I'd prefer an 11-9. I think I'd vastly prefer an 11... Oh, there's a 14-11. Oh, I really don't want to be right on that border, though. That would only be a good play if I took this territory very quickly. Those extra yields are juicy. They're really tantalizing. But I'm going to ignore them, I think. And... yeah, I can't really see. It's such a shame it's right on that border. But we'll build districts here anyway, so we'll get to use these tiles. It'll just take a minute. Let's plop it down there. 11-9. I like it a lot. And then we'll have all the way up. Maybe we grab this crappy Tundra one as well. We probably should. We could also influence these guys and try and win them over, which we are doing. Even though they're the strangest political ideology the world's ever seen, we are actually sort of winning them over a bit. So that's fun. +2 production and +1 money. Yeah, sure, I'll put a turn on that. That seems good enough to me. I could actually buy it outright, and yeah, let's do that. Let's invest in our future. Invest in our future, folks. And +7 food there is pretty juicy. It was probably always gonna be a food district. Let's do it. Let's do it. Get this adjacency popping around the canal network. You can see now it's producing 9 food. Woof! We'll probably end up with another one there eventually too, so let's just put that down. Let's get all of these districts down and grow Harappa into the most horrendously massive capital you've ever seen. I would actually, really quickly, while I remember, let me just quickly throw a poll in the chat, because I want to know what broad game plan you'd like me to follow. I think I should either take an agrarian one, a productive one, which I usually sleep on, or a scientific one. When I'm saying one, I'm meaning culture. Just going to throw that poll in. If you've got a spare minute, give it a vote, and I'll absolutely take that feedback on board. What's going on here?
Dying to see how your
Why would you try and fight me here? Okay, bring it. Bring it. It's Brittany. Alright, 1 unit, yeah, in deployment, super happy. They're fighting first. And what do you know? They took 30 damage. Let's defend and defend, right? The double defense move is super strong. Now they took 28 damage, and now we'll romp in this turn and slay them where they now stand. You really gotta wonder, who was the mastermind behind that battle plan? Because I'm gonna level with you. I don't think you should keep them around. I don't think you should keep them around, Nubians. I think they really let you down. Let's establish this freaking outpost. Right on their border. That's going to create some political friction. Lucky I'm not afraid of friction. Winky face. Alright, celebrating. We have plus 10 stability, plus 25% faith, or plus 5 science. It's only a 2-turn boost. Doesn't really matter too much, but let's go with the extra 10 science. A nice little kicker. Brilliant stuff. I should be upgrading one of these into a city. Let's upgrade... Oh man, look. Look who's coming back for round 2. Hey, baby. You want to go, do ya? Alright. I'll allow it. Okay. Sure. Yep. Deployment done. Again, just sacking 1 unit at me, friend. Let's defend, do the double defensive move. We're taking a lot more than we're giving. Classic. Oh yeah, seeing a strong shift, a strong favor in the chat towards agrarian cultures. Interesting. Very interesting. Actually, to be honest, not the way I thought that might have gone. Yeah, we will, Clayton, we probably will go for the Celts, but I'm open to suggestion. What's going on here? Alright, the battle has actually lasted so long, because I defended, that it's going through another turn. That's fine. Are these guys ransacking this? Okay, hold on. We'll just evolve that into a city. That will force them to stop ransacking it. They will not ransack cities. There's a fun little move for you. Plus 3 food. That's pretty garbage. Plus 7 industry. That's so much better. Yes. Let's get this place online. It is unfortunately starving. If I throw both dudes in, it stops starving. So I'll just help it stop starving. Production produces influence. I guess that's why. Mood. Yeah. Totally. Totally, Alex. How are we doing? I've just completely ignored my era stars altogether. But we seem to be doing fine, just sort of passively collecting them. Destroying another military unit is a pretty easy one that I can get, so I might do that. Speaking of... Oh my goodness. All the era stars. Great. Brilliant. We only have one unit here now, which kind of scares me. We might look to attach this up to another city. We'll probably attach Warren here to Harappa, and then Mohenjo-Daro to Taygeta. Love it. Okay. Let's just hope that we don't get attacked. A loss of stability, a loss of science, or a loss of gold. Hilariously, in this case, I'm going to take the loss here. It will actually shift me back a little bit away from science and towards stability. I wonder, actually, if I need to do that. Let's have a look. Stability is going down to 80% there. It's going down to 70% there. It's not terrible. So actually, in that case, I'm willing to maybe take the stability penalty. Because everything else is fine. And we're fine, right? So let's just do that. Let's get the necessary infrastructural upgrades here in the capital, I think across the board. Although we might wait on walls. I don't know. I mean, we're so up north. Do we really need them? Do we really need them? Flood irrigation, brilliant. All right. Next up in the technological tree, I'm looking at you writing with bated breath. New civic. We've got the independent people civic, which could be useful for us. Hey, we could actually levy their military and get a little bit of extra food here. Alternatively, we reduce the assimilation cost, right? We take them over. Tends to be better, but I'm gonna go with the higher army one this time. Let's try mercenary armies. That could be fun. Actually, that could be really fun. Hello, friends who distrust me so. I might throw a bit of praise at them to boost my level of influence. Heck, even 10 gold, to be honest. That's a really low price to pay, right? Let's get them online and work our way up to be their best friend with these violent zeniths. These collectivized, worldly focused, violent people are going to be my best mates. Alright, let's work on them anyway. Here's a nice easy victory. Oh, you're going to get reinforced, perhaps. This territory actually is pretty freaking vulnerable. Wondering if... Hey, look! Rent army. 13 bucks, 5 turns. Alright, let's give it a whirl. They're in a terrible spot. Run, you little army, run. At least they can get that discovery. We'll probably find more than... We'll probably find more than the amount of gold that it cost us to hire them. So actually, that's all good. And they'll be able to hopefully reinforce this poor scout. So let's just station it in the outpost. Can I attach this territory already? Yes, I can. Okay, so now these two are working as one. What's that done to the stability? It's taken a bit of a hit, so we might just grab that fortification district that we spoke about earlier and plonk it down there. Once we get the commons quarters, of course, we'll be a little bit better off. And I might actually just buy that as well. I think that's kind of sensible. Let's also be sensible and put an archer in and buy him as well. How about that? Where did he deploy? All the way up here. That's fine. Okay, feeling good about this territory now. Feeling good. There's our last era star. And if I open up the poll in chat, we had about 30% science, only 20% of people thought that production was a good idea, and a whopping nearly 50%. 50% voted for the agrarian, so agrarian it shall be. I'm going to send one warrior back to do that, and the other one up this way. But first and foremost, let's... Yep, that's fine. That is fine. We should probably get our obelisk online too. That'll be good for stability. Just going to attach that territory as well. And then if we plop our obelisk down somewhere where literally it just doesn't matter, like there, we can get our stability nice and secured in the capital. Does fortification also give a defensive buff? Yes, it does! Yep, plays fully into it. Plays fully into it. What do you mean, Jacob Ender? Zoom into them and click on the face. Zoom into who? Sorry, I can't quite remember. I must have moved on. Enter a new era. Let's do it. Right. So we want growth. They took the Greeks, which is fine. I think probably the Celts, right? They're the best one? Question mark? I mean, the Huns are fantastic, but we've been there, Hun that. I really like the Meier, but we'll ignore them. Yeah, okay, great. Great. I don't want you, I don't want you, I really just want you. Let's go the Celts so we get some stability, plus 3 food per number of attached territories. Right, so building that super city is going to be a priority. Yes, the garrison I built. Thank you, Jacob. I can set that as my troop spawn point. 100%. I will do that in just a sec. Thank you so much for reminding me. We also get plus 2 food per farmers on city. So that stacks with our previous bonus. Whew! You can see things could get a bit nutty. Let's give it a go. We're going to be getting so much food. Give it to me. I want it all. And this little button here, land unit spawn. Here's to you, Jacob. And another Jacob back in the chat. My goodness, it's Jacob Central. Land unit spawn, in you go. 6 gold to finish that off. Yeah, I'll do that. That's perfectly fine. Nice little bit of stability for us there. These guys, as I say, we'll split them and use them next turn when we can. Lol. We've only got 5 turns, we have to make the most of these units. Here's a discovery that we're going to just sort of happenstance upon, which is nice. You, go and explore that. Brilliant. Okay, we didn't get gold back, but, I mean, we didn't really need it, so that's fine. And those units are all good in that turn. And let's progress through. Brilliant.
You're choosing the agrarian Celts.
I am.
Let's hope they learn their cooking from the French side.
That's funny.
Debate and discussion.
The narrator is actually kind of funny. Just because he's not Sean doesn't mean he's not funny. Sometimes he's got some good one-liners. I appreciate them. I appreciate what they put down. Although I'd like it if they made him like 5 times as sassy. If you're listening Amplitude Studios and you want some sassy voice lines, I can deliver. Anyway, right. What am I doing? These guys, that's who I'm doing. And they're running away from my fort, which you would expect. So let's send the mercenaries up at them. Let's meet them halfway. Get these unit. Nah, they're fine. They're absolutely fine where they are. I'd like to get one more unit up here as well to claim this polar territory. They tend to be really good for, like, resources. Particularly oil, uranium. Here's looking at you. Let's hook up organized warfare, right? Yeah, organized warfare all day, baby. And then bounce back for bronze working. I like that a lot. And then maybe push our way through harbour, too. Because the coast matters. So many tiles in this game are coast. By default, 60% of the map is water. Right? So, yeah, that would be ridiculous, wouldn't it, Jacob? Oh, more mercenaries. Let me buy them. This is so good! 13 gold! What the heck? That is amazing. The ability to purchase mercenaries is so good. That cost me 13 gold, and I get to rent this army for 5 turns. I can literally buy it wherever it is, right? I could click on this one here, which is weak, and rent it out. Rent it out. Unfortunately, they seem to be defending from an attack. They're in battle with someone in this, I suspect. But this army was just meandering over, right? 13 gold, and you can buy it. I mean, that's outstanding. And now I can instantly use it to fight off these guys who are coming into my territory like there's absolutely no tomorrow. So, let's do just that. Let's bring in all the boys. Yes, look, we're scaring them off. I like it. I like it. Actually, maybe these guys should flank around this way into our fort, as intended. Station them down there. Using now, what, 2 rented armies, right? These are rented warriors. And these are rented units. Wow, that is insanely strong. I haven't tried with that before, and I'm so glad. I'm so glad I experimented with it on stream. The Hunnic Horde. Yes, the Huns are fantastic because of the Hunnic Horde. So the Hunnic Horde is a nomadic unit. What that means is it works the same as the tribal units from the Neolithic era in that hunting and gathering and multiplying is what it does best. It literally multiplies as you go across and win victories. Very, very powerful. Wait, you can rent units. Yeah, one of the civics. You can rent units from the barbarians if you choose the correct civic pathway. Which was mercenary armies. Choose the mercenary armies civic. Not only will you get a bit of extra food, which is hilarious, but you'll reduce the cost by 50%, sorry, is what I meant to say. Reduce the cost by 50%, and then you can just hire these bad boys for so cheap. Such cheap labor. Why would you ever build military units when you can just hire them over and over again for 10 gold each time? We should get our special district down, even though this isn't particularly fruitful food areas. But I think we'll bridge a gap first, right? No, we won't. That's a daft idea. Let's, this is sort of the best spot it's going to be, so let's put that down. We also have our unique Celtic unit, right? Oh, we need to unlock it first. Wow. But we'll pop that down nonetheless. I wonder if you can, surely you can't buy territories with them. That would be very powerful. We've got new leadership, civic, increase our city cap by 1's really good. Stability on the capital is also nice, but I feel like we can go without that. It would shift us more towards an autocrat. This would shift us more towards influence, which I like. I'm going to enact my small council. Small council for me has been a no-brainer every time, to be honest. They are still being fought. How are we doing? We're actually edging closer to them. Look how influential we're becoming. We're going to hoover that up, no problem. Mercantile culture's a bit better. Mercantile cultures, it does, doesn't it? You need a good relationship with the barbs. I mean, to be fair, not that good. Like, you know? This is a very average relation. They are tolerant. So I'm not sure if it's fair to say you need a good relationship, because they're only tolerant of me. But, I mean, yeah, I guess you don't want to be, like, moitering them, I suppose. You don't want to be in that bottom 10 percentile. That's an absolute whomper of a spot for our special district. I love that in every way. Plus 19 food that was offering. Goodness gracious, give it to me. Give it all to me. In fact, I'm just going to buy that outright, because that's super strong. That is super strong. And then let's connect up some extra resources as well. Extra resources, probably horses, and the tea too. Let's get everything on board and then build the infrastructure. Don't sleep on your infant structure. Don't sleep on the structure of your infants, because it's really good. Speaking, oh my goodness, look at all these units. This is fantastic. This is going so well. Now, where did these guys go? Because actually, we're going to go to war. We've got mercenaries on our side. Let's not muck around. Let's go hard and fast. That is why today, New Zealand, I'm announcing we're going hard and fast. Alright, let's move. This terrain is absolutely freaking awful, and it looks like... Is that a way up? That may be a way up, but I don't want to commit everyone to it. Let's have a look around this way. See what we can find. I'm hoping my military strength just absolutely outweighs them, and there's no question. But it might be a good idea to chuck in maybe another archer first, right? It's only going to take one turn. Let's pump out an archer first, just to see what we're dealing with. And continue to move with these scouts. Look at this. An opening. An opening right up here to the seemingly undefended territory. I like it a lot. You can see them running around here through my... Look at this weird border. This is an awful border. How do you defend it? Although I love the fact that this territory was like... This territory, Tageta, was like, yeah, actually, I'll take both of these saffrons, thanks. And just sort of yeeted its way out to grab them. That makes me really happy. Let's get that Newton complete. And we can actually get another Newton down as well. And that's going to be a great spot for one moving forward. Brilliant. We'll also connect, as I say, all of these juicy saffrons. They're super strong. Let's also connect that copper as well. Build up all of those connections. And here's a battle we're not going to do particularly well in. But we do have an army on the way. Unfortunately, it's a really long way away. Yikes. Okay, who do we have in the battle sphere? Let's have a look. They've got 4 units, and they've stumbled upon a weak and undefended army of mine that I should have really been moving in unison. We can get pretty close to the battle lines this way, though. Oh, shoot. And look, there's actually... What is... No, hold on. What is this? What are we fighting? Is this an animal? Because I don't want to fight an animal. No, I don't want to fight these barbs. That is an absolute misclick and a half. I'm just going to quickly... Don't judge me. I'm just going to quickly reload that. Because that is BS. I do not want to fight the tribe that I'm working so hard to build up a good relationship with. I do have the high ground, you're right. And I think that actually it might be able to make it work. By the way, is there a way to show statistics before the game ends? Before the game ends, no. You're right. A glaring omission, I think. A glaring omission, although maybe it's intended that way. I'm not sure. I mean, you can see some details. You can see some details about them, but not a lot. We can claim a wander, and we absolutely should. Vision range. +1 science, not bad. Hanging Gardens of Babylon. What is that? What does it do that's special? Extracts... Oh, no, that's garbage. I mean... I think it just has to be the Mausoleum of Heliconasis, right? That's a great one. Let's do that. Now, as intended, what should have happened here... So there must be a military unit in this fog that I can't see. But there ain't. Like, where are they? How can I still not see them? I can move here. Why are they invisible? I don't understand this at all. Is this literally an invisible unit? Very odd. Very odd. Like, I really don't want to fight these guys. But I just somehow can't see them? Judging. Don't judge me, Jad. I'm sure if I was up on this rocky field, maybe I could see them? I really don't know. That is perplexing. We have the high ground and we can reinforce anyway, so let's, I guess, just do that. That's really actually quite frustrating. I'll get out of their way. Maybe that'll help them. So maybe they'll come into my vision. I don't know, but it's really annoying that these mercenaries can't get up here. Either way, we're gonna manually resolve this battle. Yeah, you should be able to select them when you know the tile. Right, it is a known bug. Okay, that's frustrating, but I guess it makes sense. Where's my flag? My flag is here, but I don't think the AI actually goes for flags that much. So let's pop our archer in behind our unit and just see if we can delay their attack as much as possible so that we can get reinforced. Oh, that is brutal! That is brutal. Nah, there's no way. There's no way. This is awful. This is awful. Oh my goodness. That was absolutely dreadful. All because of this... Okay, hold on. Sorry to be super annoying, but maybe if I just jump back 2 turns, I might be able to actually get vision on that unit so it doesn't bug out. And 1, stop me from bringing my armies through, and 2, stop me from buying it. So annoying! But we'll get through it, and we'll speed through it. Okay, so we kind of have a rough feeling for where they are, so I want to try and stop them from bugging out, basically. I want to stop them from bugging out. So, no. Oh, shoot, I need to declare war to get into this territory. Well, yeah, I'm still going to declare war. I'm not using this to try and change anything. I'm still going ahead with this game plan. I just want to get visibility on these damn units. Maybe if I go down where they were, that will force them to move somewhere else. I don't actually know where they came from, though, is the other problem. But if I just sort of, maybe if I peek down here. Hello, hello, hello. Anybody? Any broken units about? Oh, well, I have actually wandered into a conflict instead, which is a big mood. It's a really tough one, too. Yike. Nothing happened here. Yeah, you saw nothing. You saw nothing. It was my rented unit that had expanded. Is that how it had bugged out, Tobias? Ah, that is adding another interesting layer to it. Interesting. Okay, let's manual resolve this and see what the heck's going on. Do I have reinforcements? Yeah, I must, right? Yeah, I do. So we'll be able to reinforce. That deployment is nearly fine, but we should put the runner in front of the archer. Okay. Let's see how this battle goes. This is an entirely different... No, sorry, nothing happened. Oh, they've got absolute high ground. What a shot. Good shot. You beautiful boys. We're going to move forward, but firstly, let's reinforce with this warrior. Straight in, right? And these guys as well. Let's reinforce there too. Now we have 4 units, so let's bring this guy up and strike. Let's also bring the archer into place. And have we shot? Blink. Let's bring our new unit. Is our new unit... Oh, are you joking me? Are they stuck out of the perimeter of the battle here? What's going on? No, they're not. There you go. I just clicked auto just to get them to move out because they were being a bit buggy for me. Oh, a brutal high ground strike, but actually not the end of the world. We'll double reinforce again. And what's this? This is like a spearman, which I didn't even know we had. Thank you, barbarians. And I guess we just continue to move forward. I can't actually see anyone to shoot. So yeah, let's just take this ground. Where are the Greeks? There they are. Look, they're just up on this hill plinking at me. That's a big mood. Let's fire at them. By the way, I really like, in the options menu, you can speed up the speed that these troops move. Because I don't want to turn, like, sort of quote-unquote quick combat. I don't want to turn that on completely, because I like to see them sort of run around, but I just sped it up a bit in the options, and it's made a big difference. I quite like it now. Like, it just makes the battles seem a bit, I don't know, a bit more blitzy, I guess. Anyone left to move? Spearman. Yeah, he can get there. And it's the barb unit, so we don't mind sending it in for a bit of extra damage. Sorry, barbs. Need to read something faster at JumboPixel. Yes. Click the sword, not the bear. Oh, thanks, dude. Appreciate it. I find the menu a little bit clunky, to be honest. No, that's actually unfair. It's pretty good. I'm clunky is the issue. It's a me problem. Right. You. Get your unique district online. Absolutely. And I suppose we connect these up too.
With 5 farmers' quarters, the people certainly have enough bread. With
My
5
goodness.
circuses-
Do they what? Look at their bread. That is awesome. Bronze working gets us copper, which is pretty cool. And I'll claim the mausoleum of Heliconasis. This alternative future does not change that. I really want to get a unit to claim this territory. Also, let's have a look at our relations here. Yeah, we're doing really well. Nice. I think we'll get these uniques down, right? Yeah, that's a Wampa. I'll do that. That looks pretty good. Get that nearby. Probably should be a fort, but I think we can allow it. What's going on here? Another battle. You dare! Swap you. Cool. Lucky we did too. Oh, this poor guy's taken a bit of a beating. These mercenaries. Mercenaries, get in this fight, you fools. Get in there. Why does this just not work for me? There we go. Nice. A shame you can't reinforce both. Oh well. This archer has no visibility. Oh no, I can get someone there. And unfortunately, this runner is probably just going to take the L. So I'll just put it on defense. Let it shelter in place, do a bit of damage. Gonna come around here and destroy these mercenaries, which I don't mind. And yeah, no name is right. The at does help. The at is helpful. Yeah, let's take that. That seems good. And then I'll bring this archer into the fray as well. And fire from this slightly elevated position. Good one. See if we can get these guys onto our flag. Oh man, yeah, go up on that hill. Do exactly that. Give me that high ground. Just not quite going to be able to do enough to take them out, which is a shame. But not the end of the world. So, who is who? That's an archer and that's an archer. Are these units all mine? I think they are. So I don't mind who gets the final shot there. Brilliant. Good job. And mercenaries, I will pay you money to immediately take you back into the fold, because we still need you. Our need for you has not declined at all. Brilliant. We got an event as well, which I like. Industry, no. Combat strength for 2 turns? Am I going to be fighting in 2 turns? That's the question. Or would I like to just take 30 gold and a chance of triggering another one? Probably that. It's not going to change my structure of my society in a way that's game breaking, so I'll do it. Seems good. And let's continue to move through here. Maybe we actually bring these units into one army as well. And it mightn't hurt to get some more, right? Maybe another archer. 47 gold. I'll allow it. Yeah. Let's get another archer. And actually, maybe even another warrior. We'll throw him into 1 turn. Let's do it. Let's reinforce. And for the time being, actually, it would be really nice to get this guy back into friendly territory, so I kind of misclicked. We'll just heal him up. right? Do the heals, regroup, and then move forward and take this territory. Brilliant. Now, back in the capital. Oh, that's a juicy meatball as well. Plus 15. I can't get a lot of adjacencies with that in future, though. It doesn't strike me as the best play. But you know what? I'll allow it. I'll allow it. And when he forgets to maximize the screen. Oh my goodness, I know. I know. Anyway. Roads and chariots. More infrastructure. All of the infrastructure with hydrology are good, but I would really like to get my unit. So let's do that. Then hydrology, then philosophy. 3 good techs. 3 fantastic technologies. Let's be real. Right. Let's merge these armies. Yep, come on, you can do it. I know you can. Fine. Perhaps the mercenaries can't be merged with my normal dudes. That would be fair. Yeah, looks like they can't. That's fine. That's fine, we don't care. We'll just send them out. We'll just another test dummies anyway, right? This looks like a very easy victory for us. Probably want this archer back there. This archer there. And this unit down there is probably fine. Yeah. That looks good. Do I even need to bother manually deploying? Probably. They're going to get some good shots at me from this high ground. Oh, actually, yeah, look. They've got a little army here. Okay, I see you. They're unique. They're anti-cavalry units here. These are their uniques, aren't they? The hoplites, yeah. They're doing work on me. I need my unique online in a big way. But for the time being, let's move forward these archers and absolutely see if we can do some obliteration here. I'd like to focus down these uniques because they are devastating, as I say. Man, look at that. We just sacked everything at that. And we didn't even finish it. Holy moly. That was a devastating blow. Oh my goodness. Oh, this is a disaster. Absolute disaster. Wow. Lesson learned. Jeepers. That was brutal. They must have reinforced with extra strength, or perhaps the combat slider didn't take into account the real strength of their unique unit there. The real strength of those Spartans, those hoplites. That's all good. We'll regroup. We'll regroup and reconsider. And it may be that we actually just snag a whole load of these guys, right? Let's grab them. Wondering... Actually, can I just buy these guys outright yet? No, we're not quite a patron of them. Let's throw some gold at them to speed that up. Because buying these guys outright may be our game plan. But for now, we'll just levy their military for 13 gold. Just to keep ourselves defended. They do not have the establish outpost ability, which is a shame. Let's get the necessary infrastructure in the capital. I'm not going to skimp on that just because we're losing a war down south. But I will get some extra units there. Or an extra unit. Got our first religious hoodly doodly. Spends money to increase stability. I do quite like that. Plus 5 money would be useful though. I'm gonna go communal rights though. Just in case we need to do the stability bomb thing. Standing army, good. Let's get our military technologies up to sort of where they should be. And what's going on here? You're fighting me again. Okay, they're pushing the aggression a bit, which is fine. They really are, actually. They're being so annoying. This time we're favored to lose. which is a big mood. Let's step back. Let's step right back. Actually, I should probably hold the flag. I'll hold the flag. Okay, we've only got these 2 mercenary archers, and we're coming up against these absolutely awfully destructive units. Yeah, the archers and attack helicopters are the same mantra. Probably does apply. You're right, no name. Look at that. I mean, that's just brutal. That is just brutal. These poor mercenaries that I've hired and just absolutely brutalized. These guys aren't going to want a bar of me. When I forcefully acquire them, they're going to be like, leave us alone. You're awful. You keep sending our units to their death. But it's fine, because they're mercenaries, so who cares? Where are you going? Get away from me. Got 3, 1 hoplite, and 2 very special archers there. And then this one, they've just got a lone hoplite. That would be an easy target. Up here, they're going absolutely bonkers. Let's take this one. By that, may as well fight with it, even though it's in the middle of nowhere. Actually, we could even merge up here and get a quick victory, perhaps, with this impromptu. Yeah, we can. Look at that. We really forced their hand there by buying these units. That was great. That'll send them off, yeet them off into the stratosphere. Hopefully they don't actually take that territory. I should stop talking about wanting that and actually just get it. So let me buy this archer and run him up that way. Grab that territory. Hydrology, more infrastructure to build, and not enough time to do it. Aerostars-wise, we're probably... Wow, woof, we've really completed that. We need to work on our agrarianship. Much better, really. Trouble is, Mohenjo is not particularly good at growing. And it's really unstable. We need to work on that quick smart. Let's get a couple of forts around, and maybe a stability infrastructure too. Here's looking at you, public fountain? Yeah. Let's get the public fountain online, and also that growth one. I may buy the public fountain just to get that quick boost. Yeah. We'll do that just so that we don't fall down too far. I can also spend 25 gold to get plus 10 stability for 2 turns if I want to. But there's no dire need to do that there. And here we're doing fine as well. But we need more spots to grow. We don't have enough jobs for these farmers. The city can't grow. It's already 20 pop. Holy moly. We need jobs, jobs, jobs. We need Steve Jobs up in here. Let's get our unique units in a big way. Let's queue up a whole load of them. That'll use up some population as well, which I like. Oh, and we can upgrade here. What do we want? Maybe some military help. No, that's garbage. +5 science from strategic resources. Let's do it. That'll help bolster our science because we haven't built any scientific districts yet, which is a little bit problematic. So let's use faith to get science, which is obviously perfectly natural and reasonable. Grab these discoveries. Hello. We found a swordsman. Brilliant. Oh, you stupid, stupid person. Let's take him down. You have established an outpost in the wrong neighborhood. Mine. Ooh. What does this give? +5 influence, +10 stability, and +10 money. Lake Baikal. Give it to me! This is actually my swordsman, not a rented unit. So I'm going to try and Rondes Vouse with my archer over here. Can't claim this territory because they've claimed it, but we're going to fight them for it. We're going to fight on the beaches right here. We shall fight on the beaches. And a new civic. Brilliant. This will be good for our army. So we can shift back into the center and reduce cost. Unit production industry cost. 30% reduction on unit industry production cost. Or +1 combat strength, but really at a cost of stability. Let's shift ourselves back into the center. We'll take an influence hit, but we'll get some stability and cheap units. Hey, Devilish with the $1.99 super chat. Devilish's war stick is never a bad idea, but science is key. Very, very wise advice. The Ronde's Vows. You betcha, preacher. Of course it's Ronde's Vows? Rendezvous? Of course. I do realize it's rendezvous. Or is it? Ronde's Vows? I don't know. But this territory looks really juicy. And this was an absolutely dreadful attack by the opponent. I would be surprised if I even need to manually resolve this one, but I'm going to do it because I've been burnt before. Where are they running? They're running straight for that archer, which has put them on low ground. And I can reinforce here and just absolutely obliterate them with this anti-cavalry spearman. Yeah, that's a big oof. Oh yes, and we discovered another military unit in these goody huts. Look at this war stick go, Devilish. Look at it go. It's an insta-siege here, really. We're just gonna flip this, right, immediately. Do not pass go, do not collect $200. Let's ransack it. And this is mine? Yeah, this is mine, actually. So that can connect up. That's a mercenary army. All good. How's old mate doing here? We can assimilate them now for 71 influence. Let's do it. Whammo. A free city. Thanks for coming. And we'll immediately plop our unique down. We have picked up a military unit in the process, but I might just garrison it at base, right? Might just garrison, because there's actually a huge threat down here that we're going to need to get on immediately if we want any hope in high heck of winning this. Yep, that's good. That's improving. How did the AI build 3 districts in one turn? It literally cheats. Tobias, it literally cheats. Yeah, there's no, unfortunately, no glamorous way to describe that. It just cheats. Yeah, and it's a shame. It's a shame. That provides me with a lot of infrastructure, but not a lot of actually useful things for me. What I really want is military technologies, right? +1 unit slot for each army, potentially useful. Plus 15% ransack gains. I mean, we're about to ransack, so we might as well grab it. There's also some vital infrastructure we're missing, though. Citizens is pretty useful. Levy administration gives us good money overall, but I think the infrastructure and rhetoric is actually much better. So we're going to go with that. And brilliant, another era star. Hey, welcome, Paolo. Thank you for subscribing. Right. Ooh. A rebellion will occur where? Oh, well, I mean, obviously. I mean, I've just annexed this territory. Oh, hello, mercenaries. Where are you from? I would love to be able to buy them, but we don't quite know where they're from. That's a shame. Anyway, as I say, let's get down to our newly claimed territory and see if we can force an end to this conflict. But more importantly, see if we can take it. We also have upgrades available now. To our... Oh, right, yeah, of course, to our warrior. But we need a little bit of extra iron to connect them properly. Sounds like learning from the AI is not a thing then. Yeah, Tobias, can be a little bit tricky, I'd say. A little bit tricky. Woof. The science. Do I dare? Yes. Yes! We shall glorify, celebrate, and bolster our science in a big way.
You have marched out your first emblematic unit.
And I've marched out my first emblematic unit. Brilliant. Ah, look, they've established an outpost. Brilliant. They do have an outpost here. Lovely stuff. Let's get that up to... you know, let's get it up to that 10% threshold, which should take absolutely no time. Make them tolerant of us, and then we'll be able to snake their units. For the time being, though, run, you beautiful boys, run! We need defense. We need reinforcements now. Whew, okay. The levied civilians have come out to help, and we really appreciate that. Gonna have reinforcements coming in shortly. Let's end that deployment. What have they got? Oh, they're coming in with the siege equipment. They do not like the fact that I've taken this barbarian land. And this is going to be an absolute romp stomper of a battle, I think. Gonna need to reinforce as quickly as we can. Their hoplites are incredibly dangerous. Where are my uniques as well? Where are we? We're way away. I wonder if we can jump out of the battle screen real quick. And 1, 2, 3. I'm going to buy 3 of them in Mohenjo-daro. That'll be a nice reinforcement here on what is absolutely the biggest battle of this playthrough. Let's immediately begin reinforcing. I quite like this route too. Although we're going to run into anti-cavalry units if we go this way. So, let's send a spearman in first. That'll be a good move. Likewise up here, we want to reinforce both of these bad boys. What have we got? A sword and a bow. Brilliant. Over here, we have yet another sword. And yet another sword. And what's this? Another bow to the collection. Brilliant. Right. Now we've got definitely the stronger army. Let's start firing on the enemy. I think we probably just fortify these levies. I don't think they're very good. And I'm not sure if we actually even want to swing their swords. So let's just use them as literally bait. We're going to bait these units. And then fire at the enemy with our archers while we can. And that looks pretty good to me. The spearmen can also just defend. Alright, they're going to blast through the bait units, as you can see, doing like just devastating damage. But crucially, we'll use our poor peasants, our poor levies, to hold the line. Hold the line! Hold the line, you beautiful boys! Right, what have we got here? Our anti-cavalry. Let's swing in at this horse. That did nowhere near as much damage as I had hoped it would. Yikes. This cavalry can't quite get through. Are we okay with that? Yes. You need to defend. You are a crappy levy, so you can defend. You are also a crappy levy. The same, the same, the same. Let's get our more professional units in... coming in the background now, I think. Bring them in to support wave 2. Is there any enemy unit that I can rush down? Maybe that one. Right? Maybe we can get the kill there. You bet your backside we can. And let's get this swordsman down here ready to take over the flag. Which is now undefended. We need to get them off that pretty quick smart. They've left their flank unprotected, so we might be able to do something with this crappy unit. Oh, it's so bad. Is this a mercenary unit? Yeah, it's so bad. It's such a terrible... Look how outclassed it is. My goodness, those hoplites are insane. 100 damage on my warriors. You wouldn't read about it. Look at this. Can I bring... No, we need to wait more turns to start reinforcing our extra units. Oh my goodness, that chariot is just going to take such a beating. I'm just going to use it as bait. Literally just bait it. Oh, likewise, these warriors, my goodness. We can destroy that scout rider though. So let's claim a victory where we can. Defend that one. Defend that one. We desperately need our reinforcements to come through. Oh, they took the freaking flag. Yikes. Hey, Kingston Richard, thanks for stopping by and saying hello. Good to see ya. We've got our uniques now, though, so let's actually come back and romp them. Bye, bye, bye. I'm just gonna get 1,000,000 of these freaking things. How do you like me now, punk? +10 stability, +20 science. plus 50% faith. Let's go for the science. Right. I'll teach you a lesson you won't soon forget. I'd love to hire these as well. We'll work on that in future. We did actually have some of our army survive though. Right? Because they won by flag, not by victory. So it's not the end of the world. Oh, and we can enter a new era. Oh, and what should we choose? I'm sorry, I didn't put a poll in the chat. I reckon we ditch we've done so much agrarian shit, we just don't need it. I think now we need to focus down on something more important. Chimera could be fun. +1 industry per population. We also still get food from their beret. Plus production. We get an absolute whomper of a ranged move and fire unit. And +3 industry on maker's quarters, which we can build into. Let's do it. We're going to play as the Chimera, I think. I'm going to bowl straight into that. I'm feeling pretty good about reinforcing my high population with... Oh, that poor outpost. We really need to end this war. My high population with some production now, so that we can start really pumping things out. Let's build on that mantra and get some maker's quarters down in the interim. Look at all these resources we haven't improved here too. That's weird. Very productive lands up here in these sort of like minefields. So let's do that. Yeah, that's good. Pretty happy. Do I want to get the Muslim of Heliconasis online? Not yet. I don't think I could afford to, is the sad truth. I think we have to keep on keeping on.
Wisdom for innovation.
Come here. Yeah, I'm with you, Daniel. I am with you all day. Fortifications researched. +1 combat strength. Units adjacent to the district or outpost. Nice. Nice, nice, nice. Okay, let's regroup everybody together now. Everybody together now! Would love an extra iron. Do I have one not improved? I do, but it's in that territory that I don't quite control. Oh, hey, hold on. Hold the phone. Iron. Oh, I've probably already scheduled its completion, have I? Let's just buy that iron. And then next turn I can upgrade that unit. Speaking of units, here come my uniques. Finally! Some firepower. Finally. And boy, it's actually not even just one. We've got 7 of these bad boys coming in to reinforce. Brilliant stuff. They're not gonna know what hit them. Let's merge up as many of these armies as we can. Get them sort of close to each other. As close as they can possibly be. And pretty happy with that. This beret is going to provide +36 production in the capital. I mean, WTF. +33 there as well. We're going to be away laughing. Not a bad position there even for some fun adjacencies. Let's pop those down. Hugely powerful. Come here. Oh, look at this. So much love for the Khmer in the chat. So much love. Righto. I want to get some of their elephants too. We need some ranged support, don't we? Let's have a wee look-see. Oh, actually, we're gonna need the adequate technology. Where are you hiding your elephants? Feudalism's really good. There they are. And then we'll grab feudalism after them. Should we just fight them? You're right, Jacob. You're right. It is crazy, isn't it? And to answer your question, is this game actually good? I 100% think so. Yeah, this is a fun game. Room for improvement, of course, but a very fun game. I like it a lot. Let's give our new boys a spin and just insta-resolve that, because I think that's a solid victory. Yeah. Yeah. These guys are like, oh, man. Here come the Celts. Boy, here they come. Hello, I'm here, and I'm back from my freaking territory. Give it back. And we literally just walked in and took it. No defense whatsoever. Let's continue this aggression all the way down. Mojindaro is at 7 population. Can I maybe buy some more support? No, let's actually hold off. Let's hold off on that support. Here, we need to get our uniques online in a big way. Plus 20 food and plus 19. That's basically doubled the initial city that was built here. I mean, that is so unbelievably strong. Let's also queue them up here. These uniques are incredible in every way. How's our stability doing? We're actually still doing okay. I might ditch that Maker's Quarter and throw these ahead of those. Might pop that one out. Maybe queue up a fort as well, just for some extra defense. This is... oh, that's actually quite a productive area. Yeah, I don't want to build a fort there at all. Let's just hold off on that. We need to get a couple of... we need to get a sort of a science territory online as well. Okay, these guys are attacking me. Pretty annoying, to be honest. Just insta-resolve that. Brilliant. We're so aggressive. I'm playing so aggressively. What is wrong with me? That's a mercenary. I don't really know if I want to upgrade that. Let's keep moving forward. What does this battle look like? Looks like awful geography, that's what. Let's just maybe fortify these guys. Station them there for the time being. Yeah, my goodness. I get so disoriented with the pace when I'm playing Blitz. It's insane in a good way. Yeah, I agree, Daniel. It's difficult to keep oriented. It is really difficult. But I like it. I do like it. However, I would prefer it if I could choose my starting era, so maybe I could play Blitz mode on the contemporary era, as opposed to always just playing the early game. That being said, the early game is a really fun time to play 4X games, right? Like, we do love the early game, by and large. So, makes sense. It does make sense. Right, I've got an insane force here on this border. I think we can probably besiege the city. We might just maintain this siege as well. It'll give them a chance to reinforce, but... well, I guess equally it'll give me a chance to do the same. Plus 5 food, minus production, or some crazy faith multipliers. Yeah, sure, I'll go the increased production on units for 2 turns. I might be able to make the most of that. How long is it going to take? 1 turn? Yeah, alright. Let's pump out 2 quick units then with this extra production in each of these cities. I'd like actually a couple of archers, even because we don't quite have our horses yet. So, do I want to buy them outright? I don't think so. I'll buy 1. And then queue up some infrastructure here, actually. Let's get productive. Let's get super productive. Got all sorts of stuff queued up there. That city will be going for a long time. Here's the mighty, mighty besiege. Not of their capital, but maybe we can roll through. We'll see how we go. We can at least end this war, right? That's kind of all I want. 2 archers here at the ready. Let's head in and support the battle. And 2 of these guys, let's bring them down too. Brilliant. Woof, yeah, that was a great bonus, actually. The Merc doesn't have a timer anymore. Guess it's yours after you take the city. Yes, Tobias! If you take the city, it's yours, and you don't actually even have to have it rented. It will literally, as soon as you take their territory, you take all of their units as well. So no need to worry about renting. How's the siege doing? It's still quite even, but we should be getting some... yeah, we've now got 4 battering rams. So, do I want to engage here yet? It's so close. I think not. I think not. I think we wait until we can get our reinforcements here. Although they're making good gains. They're making good gains. We don't really want our archers on this low ground, so I probably shouldn't have sent them down there on reflection. That was a bad move. However... oh, we could go for the big flank. Oh, that would have been fun. These guys are just uselessly stuck in this awful pit of geographical despair. Probably time to get these online. Another holy site, right? That makes sense, I think. Let's plop it down out here in the middle of nowhere. And just get the capital working on that, I reckon. Army wages is a super good one. So we can get plus 20 stability on cities that we occupy. Or we can go plus 50% money from ransacking, plus 4 combat strength and ransacking. That's going to give us a huge stability penalty, which I'm not super interested in. Let's go for paid wages. We'll pay our reliable soldiers. You only get their units that are in their territory. Ah, a good distinction. I was not familiar with that. A good distinction, Jad. Thank you. Plus 1 unit slot available for each army is great. And the ballista siege weapons are good too. That's significantly boosted our strength here now. And if I bring these guys here, they can at least have a wee look in the battle. That's great. And was there someone else? I feel like there was another army that was sort of coming over to support. Maybe it was these guys. Yeah, looks like it was. Okay, that's all good. We'll bring them into the fray. And we could keep up the siege and just keep basically destroying these civilians. Let's hold them under siege for a bit longer, I reckon. Really draw it out. Starve them of resources, of peasants. Although, now that I've got my ballista, it might be a good time to just strike. And we're playing on Blitz, right? It does matter a bit to go above your stability cap spike in terms of your city cap, because you'll run into some stability penalties that can be a bit debilitating if you're not on top of them. Harbour food. So that's the only thing you have to be aware of, and you can get extra caps mainly through technologies and a little bit through civics, but mainly through techs. You can see them on the tech tree. I can show you if you like. Plus 5 science on research quarters. We have none. We have none, and we should build some. Let's grab that in light of us building some. And yeah, we really do need... We might get, like... Maybe Sparta could help us with our science in and around here, actually. That's probably the play. Let's also rent these mercenaries from our old mates next door and throw a bit of golden influence at them to speed up the rate in which we are buddying up to them. Brilliant. Now that we've grabbed their mercenary army, let's hit it through their territory and see what's on offer. This could indeed be our territory one day soon, so that's brilliant. And they could even come back in here and join the battle. That would be fun. Are we ready to assault? They've got peasants now. Let's do it. Let us wage... Oh my goodness, this is overwhelming. Look at all these units! Okay, who do we want where? Oh. We literally can't even fit in the battlefield. Wow. I just don't even know. What do these ballistas do? They do 9 damage. What about at the city? They seem to just, like, throw stuff at it. I guess you can destroy forts and the such with them, is probably their main perceived benefit. Oh, wow, that was a good strike. Look at that range. Over top of the hill. My ballista fires at this poor unit. Unfortunately, we're really stuck in an absolute bottleneck, so we're going to have to get a little aggressive here. Start chomping our way through. It's an absolute bloodbath here on this poor unit. These guys literally can't deploy because they have no space. So we'll just auto a couple of shots there. Get them fanning out. Brilliant. What did they do in return? Oh, yeah, their uniques are still giving me some punishment, it'd be fair to say. But I've got my own now, so let's see what we can do. They've got the absolute high ground over me, which is severely detrimental. But we are still evenly matched coming into our turn, which is a big mood. That sets us up in a fairly good stead, because now it's our turn to strike. And how should we best do it? Firstly, let's reinforce here. And if we can, I would love to try and get some high ground, really. So actually, maybe before we reinforce, let's do our ballistas first. I can see a lot of 5 to 25s and not a lot else. I'm keen to take out their weakest unique as well, which is probably that one. 13 damage, not terrible. Maybe we go in with a romp here, take 42 damage in return. Big yikes. Fire with that ballista and get the kill with that unit. Yay! Oh man, it was a draw. See, they're just so strong. They are so strong. Let's shoot them with our archers. We're taking no prisoners here, folks. Absolutely no prisoners. What have we got here? These units. Okay. Fire. Maybe we run this cavalry out somewhere crazy. Oh, it's brutal, actually. The terrain is just brutal. It's a shame we can't get around this way very easily either. What we're going to have to do is sort of run up to the high ground, I think, along here, and try and bottleneck our way through. Who are we playing? Oh, I'm worried about this flank. Not sure what's going on here. What's wrong with you? Spawn point is currently locked by the presence of another unit. It's that ballista is blocking it. Bummer. That's pretty detrimental. We can reinforce here soon, though. When you destroy one, more come in their place. Surprise! Right, who's next? I'm a bit worried about this promoted archer, but I'm still really worried about their unique, so I'm just going to plink at that. I'm not going to let it get away if I can help it. Move that ballista backwards, I think, and go for a cheeky strike there. 5 damage, lovely. Let's get these boys reinforced, and we might take that position. That looks good. Maybe strike that archer. Yeah, that was nice. And we'll reinforce here as well. And hit that boy. Let's destroy that archer with my impeccably powerful ballistas. Man, they are fantastic. We'll take the kill with our archer, though. Get a bit of experience. Move these guys in that little bit closer. Slowly but surely. Nice. And I mean, I guess these guys come around this way. Sure. Okay, I think this is going okay. We are still winning in overall strength. Yeah, nice. Okay, so that was 3 rounds of that battle. And I think that was a fairly successful siege. One thing for certain is we're going to need more military units. Thankfully, we do have some bad boys coming in here. It's a pretty difficult terrain to get around, though. It's going to involve us having to embark and stuff, so that's alright. That is one of the downsides, I think, of the Blitz mode. You spend, like, literally, you know, you could spend literally 10% of the game moving an army between 2 territories, right? I mean, it's a lot. It is a lot. Allows to claim, attach, and merge territories with money instead of influence. That's really good, and we might, like, flip to it later, but for the time being, I'm going to go communal land, because its benefits are much more wide-sweeping. Look at this population in the capital now. Holy freak-a-moly. Let's get all of this infrastructure online, because it is very powerful and shouldn't be slept on. And we should be able to speed through it fairly quickly, I think. Also start getting a couple of researchers' quarters up in here. 1 or 2, just so we can get some extra scientists. Yes, we're close to victory in the war. Of course we are. Was there ever any doubt? The question is, do I want to go in for round 2 of this siege, or do I want to just siege them out? Looks like we're going for it. How many ballistas do I have left? Not a super duper number, but enough. I see they've only got one. They've got 2 hoplites left. Let's take them out with pride. They've got 3 hoplites left, actually. Hey, look, this ballista's actually upgraded. It's such a good ballista. You good little ballista, you. Anyone near death? You. We can't strike you, though. That's a shame. We'll just hit that bad boy. Maybe even yeet this cavalry up at it, see if we can just get a little bit of extra damage for fun. We took quite a bit, but honestly, the cavalry unit's not that great, so I'm willing to do that. Who else needs moving? I'll just auto-deploy the rest of those boys. Don't mind them going in and doing a couple of auto-attacks for me. Not sure what that one was, though, to be honest. However, beggars can't be choosers. We don't mind taking a couple of losses. Although ideally I wouldn't lose all of my uniques. Let's fire with our ranged units first, which are posted up really nicely in the background here. To absolutely decimate and destroy. I'll try and shoot the ones as far away as possible first. They're not within range though, so we'll take you instead. And we'd like to actually secure the kill with someone who's not about to die, ideally. We might swap them out. Bring in someone new. A fresh-faced warrior ready to fight. We could take out that archer, but we'll be able to do that with a different unit. So let's fire upon these defenses. Please, come back this way. What are you doing? This one's always going to be a bit of an uphill battle. Let's see how much damage we can do. Brilliant. Brilliant. A very successful round. And there you have it. Their war support is knout. Ours was actually decreasing as well because the war was so prolonged. However, we did it. We've got 121 war score, so we can take Sparta and not quite anything else. How annoying. That is so annoying. Ah. Okay, fine. We'll take Sparta and we'll force that reparation on them as well. Brilliant. Yeah, no, we're looking pretty good there. We fortified this and crucially, we took Sparta. Sparta is now ours, which means more resources and hopefully sort of a scientific-y kind of city is what I would like it to become eventually. But it will need to become a city first. Sparta! Brilliant. How are we doing? Oh, it is a city. Okay, cool. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4 cities now. Hopefully we can make this one our 5th. We are surging ahead in terms of influence. Let's throw even more cash at it. Get that one online. I appreciate its early days, but will you ever be holding community multiplayer? Yes, Daniel. Yeah, I would really like to. I was talking about that in the Discord the other day. Totally. The only thing is the multiplayer is just not super stable at the moment. Lots of people reporting some issues with it. But yes, I would love it. Particularly, Daniel, to answer your question in a bit more detail, I think Humankind, once their systems are working as intended, will be able to do this great thing where people can hot join in and out. It looks to be, again, as I say, working as intended, quite a good system. So, like, for example, you could join and be like, oh, sorry, I have to go to sleep because I don't live New Zealand time. And then, whammo, right, your you drop out and someone else drops in who's just waking up. Could be really fun. Could be really fun. Yes, there is a Discord. At the moment, it's a members only one. I'm a real noob with Discord, so it's still in kind of its forming phase. Like, I'm figuring out, like, setting rules, assigning roles. So at the moment, it's members only. It may get expanded further, but what I really want to avoid, it's not members only to hide it behind a paywall. It's members only to ensure that the people who are in it are the most trustworthy people. And that's not saying that people who aren't members aren't trustworthy. Don't take it the wrong way. But, like, I know for certain that if someone is paying money, they're probably going to not, for example, join my Discord and just, like, hate on people and be really rude. Because, unfortunately, for every great person like you in the chat, for every 10 great people like you, there's one person who is out to literally just watch the world burn. So while it's still in its setup phase, it's members only. It may go public, it may not. I'll see. He still doesn't want me there. That's not it at all, no name. That's not it at all. There are people like you who are absolutely exceptions. Lots of people like you, in fact. Right. Do I want to ditch some stability in favor of production? +1 farmer slot. Or do I want to go back to the center and get +1 trader's slot on city per Marcus Quarter? I think we'll go for nationalize industries. That's a big spending policy that we've just enacted right at the edge of the civics tree. So that's pretty important. The civics tree, of course, is where we spend our influence, and you can see, I'm not sure if you've noticed already, but it is actually divided into some different trees. There are specific trees, right? This one here is the Ministry of Politics, for example. This one here is the day-to-day running of the empire, cultural issues, right? This is the religious tree along here, and you can see here this is like this is like the Ministry for the Economy. And obviously these are warfare policies. So it's pretty cool how they've divided it out. And when you go into each one, of course, you're stuck with a decision. And each decision can pull you one or other ways towards different social structures. These are the ideologies, right? Individualism versus collectivism. Worldly focused versus inwardly, homeland, domestically focused. And each one will have different impacts on how your empire is shaped. It's a very intricate system. A very intricate system that is largely fueled, of course, by influence. Influence is your currency for enacting these civics. Sorry for ranting on about civics. Got some more mercenaries here that I could pick up. I'll allow it. Mainly just because I don't want them to fight me. And if you buy them, then they don't fight you. So, that's a thing. Let's keep up our war score against these guys too. Right, we've ended this war, but we have surely we'll have some grievances that we can push. Really? None? We shall sort that. We shall sort that. Oh my goodness, we can upgrade these bad boys. Cannot be, oh, no, he was promoted. Oh, I saw that and I thought that we could upgrade into our units, but we haven't quite researched them yet. We will get elephants. It'll just take time. For now, let's fortify and heal all of these bad boys. Get them exactly as intended. And back here, this city. How is it doing? It needs more stability. It does. But it's not doing terribly. Let's get one stability project online. And then I think we probably want some more industrialists here because this is our industrial capital. Look at that, +16 industry. We could also use maybe with a couple of makers, market quarters, I should say. A couple of market quarters here might not be a terrible thing. And we'll support that with a bit of extra stability as well. We'll just throw a fort, like, maybe in here, actually. That'd be a great chokehold if anything ever did hit the fan. And we were forced to be engaged in a bit of warfare. I'm not mad at that at all. Back over here into Barbarianville, which I will absolutely rename that. So I remember that this was the city that we took from the Barbs. Over here in Barbville, what will Barbville's specialization be? Again, probably fruitfulness and farming, although we do have some tea here. We have 2 resources of tea. So it could be a way to... Oh, look at that. +22 food. I mean, how could you say no? How could you say no? Jeepers. Let's get the plus food on rivers as well. Let's get flood irrigation in here. This is going to be another massive food outpost. Holy moly. That is ludicrous, really. May as well go heavy on it. Brilliant. Completely understandable, don't worry. I always go to the ends of the ideological axis. Do you go to the same end, or do you split it out? Thanks, Daniel. Watch this space, though. Do watch this space. 2 more territories is going to be tricky. 1 more tech's pretty easy. How are we going with our builder and agrarianship? Not as good as we could be. Not as good as we could be. We're getting there, though. Actually, we're getting there quite nicely. Let's get these berets down before it's too late. I feel like that's not the best spot ever for it, but sure, I'll allow it. Also, a harbour would be incredibly beneficial in this city, so let's get that down. And I think the harbour benefits from some adjacencies with some of these other districts, so maybe we do that. So let's not plan this one too far in advance, but definitely get our uniques down, because if you don't use them, you lose them. Right? Right? Yes. What is this guy doing? Should we go up and say hello? I think we shall. Yeah, you better run, you dip. You can run, but you can't hide. I will destroy you. Let's sneak around the low ground here. And get these troops ready and on the front line. Brilliant. Stationed. Whoa, that's a good army of our boys. Look at them. They are good. You are good. Might be time to expel some of this population in favor of military units. And hello, beastie! Yes, this is exactly what I wanted. I'm going to buy 2 of them outright, because that is super exciting, and it's Blitz mode, so we got to be fast. There's 2 of our unique Khmer units. The mighty archers themselves, too. Holy jeepers. Righto. Oh, and we've got the Commons Quarter, which is just... If you're in the market for influence and stability, look no further than the Commons Quarter. It was buffed since the beta, and it does a really fantastic job. Take a look. +2 influence, and then +5 stability for each adjacent farmers, makers, research, and market quarters. Remembering that unique districts also tend to count as at least one of these. You can get some pretty insane yields off these. Now, of course, they are only useful if you need to build stability, but you need stability to grow, right? Because each of these districts will take away from your stability. You can see Farmers Quarter reduces it by 10, as does the Makers, the Market, and the Research. They're all the same. So popping down a few of these can be insanely powerful. I mean, look at this. This one barely even has any adjacencies to it, and it's going to provide me with +15 stability. Likewise down here, +15 stability. This one even better because I can actually build around this one in a big way. So I'm going to plop one down there. 15 stability is huge. You can see at the minute I'm hemorrhaging about 110. But look at this, 1 turn per each of these bad boys. I can pop 2 down, there's an extra 30 influence, and we're away laughing. We can build an extra 3 districts, and if we build the districts around where we're planning on building that Commons Quarter, they'll actually bounce off each other. So while this says -10 at the moment, when I build it, it will add 5 stability to this Commons Quarter. So in terms of net negative stability, it will actually only be providing -5. You can see then this quarter can potentially fuel all of the districts around it, and I'll take almost no penalty from it. Very powerful stuff in this Commons Quarter. Don't sleep on it, and do make sure that you use them as part of your growth plan, and you can seemingly grow infinitely and have stability absolutely not be an issue for you moving forward. Some nice civics as well, Daniel's saying in the chat. +2 or +1 yields for all resources. For all of those food, industry, money, science, all the FIMS resources. Interesting. My religion's being upgraded again, and it's becoming like a super science religion. I don't want the +20 per ally though, so I'm going to ditch that. Probably in exchange for a straight buff. Here you can see... Wow, yeah. Here's another way, right? Do not forget also about the intersections with faith. Here you can see, be charitable in the third tier of my religion will give all of my commons quarters an additional +2 influence. I mean, that's pretty good, and that's pretty good. And these benefits can also stretch through all different levels, right? All different levels of the religion you can pick up different things to raise and increase stability, but that one is particularly interesting to me now that we're building these commons quarters. I don't think I'm going to choose it, though. I think I might go for the just production bonus of cities. No, actually, fine. Let's do it. Let's see how much influence we can get out of these things. Let's see how much we can grow, because these quarters are going to be vital to my growth. So, let's do it. Speaking of let's do it, I need to acquire these mercenaries again, which I will do. Oh man, we can acquire a whole load of mercenaries. This guy's coming back for round 2. I'd suggest you don't. Here we go. Brilliant stuff. Let's get these units posted up in position. We don't have the war support to enter, so let's sneak around the side with these bad boys. Oh, look at this. Look at the way it clambers across the world. That is fantastic. How are our relations with them going, actually? Our war support is increasing. We could use some civics to get it a bit higher. They demand that we pay 50. We are, of course, not going to accept that if they push it. Grievance will expire if they don't, though. They're losing war support. We're gaining it, but it's super slow. Super slow. We might fight them again here with these barbs next turn. Commons quarters, like I say, pretty good for our growth. Going to give us a lot of influence as well, but the city isn't struggling too much yet. For that reason, I think... Oh, Mohenjo-daro could actually absorb it. That could be fun. Let's put down a holy site here first, and then maybe absorb it once we get the extra stability from the holy site. Yeah, let's do that. And maybe we just chuck everyone on it just for a turn, just to speed through it. Seems good. We've got another religious civic. +5 faith on territories. Adds a new grievance against empires with a different religion. That's actually exactly kind of what I want. However, the +5 influence on territories, if territories follow the state religion, is very strong. It would also push us towards some extra food. But let's go let's do this. Let's try religious hostility. See if we can use that to our advantage to push a grievance against old mate. Oh. Well. Okay. We'll see how that goes. We'll see how that plays out. Democratic Republic Civic grants +1 science and money on commons quarters. Criminal Slaves grants +1 food and industry on commons quarters. Also bonuses that give influence and others to commons quarters so you can get some powerful quarters. Yeah. The two Daniels in the chat are not wrong. Are not wrong. These things can scale in a big way, huh? Yeah, so that's boosted that brilliantly. Now, let's go to Mohenjo-daro and absorb Barb Villain, creating a mega city that is mega unstable. Let's use all of our little tricks that we can to increase it. Which we can't do because we don't have the money. That's a yikes. Okay, the stability may be an issue. I may have merged them slightly too soon. We could disconnect them. It would be costly. Like, I'd rather not, but we could. Let's instead focus on building up some stability improvements. Actually, also, while I'm thinking about it, let's get some freaking forts here. Put that one in as a priority build, I reckon. Yeah. They'll also, of course, add to our stability, so it's a good thing. Let's chuck them in first. I could expel 9 population to get that garrison online immediately. That's so bad, though. That is just so bad. I'm not doing that. Not this time. Where'd that unit go? Ah, we'll just leave it. Okay. Okay, I see you down here. I see you.
Your first harbor.
My first harbor. This is very powerful, by the way. +1 food on tiles producing food. Feudalism has just absolutely probably gone rampant now in our set. Yeah, look. We're getting like 23 food from some of these tiles now, which is great. Wheel we can get instantly, so that feels like a no-brainer. And then perhaps... city cap's actually fine. Let's get these few military techs in the middle, shall we? Oh, this as well. Hamlets. Very strong and a vital part of our strategy. That's all good. We've got an event which can give us science, faith, or 100 gold. To be honest, actually, I'll take the money right now. I do need a bit of a cash injection. Mohenjo-daro is working on its stability. It's going to stabilize in a happy place, I think, so that's good. We'll allow it to do just that. Let's also sort of future-proof these. I think one there is going to be pretty good. But I should focus on maybe fortifying this border first. Wouldn't hurt if we got one more fort there. In fact, let's put these forts first and foremost. Get them online. Brilliant. Hello, mercenaries. You're coming in to let me buy you, I assume. Thanks very much. You can take out that rogue unit there. Chase it down if you need to, I don't mind. And how are we doing here? We need people. People. We really need people. Harappa is hemorrhaging a little bit of its happiness too, but it's alright. Let's get Spartus the people it desperately needs. With a little bit of extra growth. Supplement that with a nice central commons quarter as well. Get that stability and influence online. There's another era star. This poor unit is just literally bouncing back and... Look at that! I don't know where to go! I don't know what to do! You're stuffed, that's why. Even from the low ground, I'm not afraid of you. Brilliant. Right, here comes backup army number dos. Welcome to a new era. Let's choose a culture, and I think we're done with the Khmer. What would we like now? +1 food on exploitations. +5 food per number of attached territories. +3 food for adjacent farmers' quarter. We could go big bad boy food with the Native Americans. +3 science on tiles producing science. We are losing the scientific game a bit. Makes me think it might be worth jumping into a scientific culture. +2 industry per number of territories. And even more industry. I think we're doing okay for industry now. So I'm not going to focus there. We could also be a bit cheeky and go for one of these more aggressive ones, right? We could go for the combat strength, the winged hussars. Potentially there's a move there to be made as we head into war as well, right? +3 combat strength and combat for units in or adjacent to a fortified lane spawn unit. These winged hussars are insanely strong. It's very tempting. It's very tempting. Venice, my love. Unfortunately, not this time. I think for me, it's either the Growth Boys. The Growth Boys with their guns. The Koreans, although I don't like their unit, so maybe we give them the big ditch, actually. Or we go a militaristic culture. Tempting. Very tempting. More stability. +3 combat strength and combat for units in or adjacent to the district. That is, to the district is. Okay. Land unit spawn is fortified. Can we speak in English, please? Plain English. Just plain English me. Haven't seen any suggestions in the chat, which means I'm just going to go out on my own. +1 food from exploitations. That's not that great. +3 science on tiles producing science. That's much better. Let's bolster our science. Let's bolster our science. We're not going to get a unique... Oh my goodness, what a get up. But we're gonna bolster our science nonetheless. Let's buy this army as well. Seeing as they're right next door to the enemy. Let's buy them back. And get ready to strike. How are we doing in terms of grievances? These guys have... Yes, we have some now. Okay, oppressing the faithful. Let us demand that grievance. Let's also demand that grievance. That's going to surge our war support up hugely. Hugely, hugely, hugely. I'm also going to maybe refuse their demands. It will grant them some war support, though, which I'm not mega keen on. I'll just refuse them. It's going to bolster ours as well. Look at that. We're moving from peace into a moment of warfare very soon. Very soon. And that is exciting for me. Right. We need to secure the homeland, really. It's been my goal for a long time. Secure the homeland. And welcome to Scienceville. I'm your host. Let's do science. Our religion has been maxed out. I have no idea how it's done that. No idea at all, to be honest. We don't have alliances. +2 combat strength on units. Let's do it. Let's buff up our units with our religion. The final buff. Meditate often, folks, and it will give you +2 combat strength. You learned it here first. I do what I can. How are we doing with our war support? Are we nearly ready to go? Yeah, nearly. Let's let that build up. It's just a couple of turns. Shouldn't hurt. We can regroup at the border as well. Let's get the Mausoleum of Heliconasis online. I think it's about time. And this unit, ready to move. We've got a fairly sizable army on their borders. Can you please stop? I keep getting their units back. I need these units as fodder. Don't you realize? Let's start getting our uniques down. This is going to be huge for our science. Brilliant. We will make Sparta into our scientific capital, I think. So let's do just that. Brilliant. And a new civic, the Unbelievers. I hate this civic. It's so scary. Oh, no, this isn't the one that I hate. Sorry, I tell a lie. So we could come back to stability and get Start Inquisition or banish population. We'd lose stability on cities, but man, we would be powerful in our military. Let's not enact any of those yet. Not quite ready to make that move, I don't think. Meditation's a secret of the warrior monks, it would seem. Forget intensive training. That's right, Daniel. What are you wahing about, no name? Right, here's a battle that they've triggered foolishly. It's just barbs, so I'm just going to insta-resolve it. I don't mind if we take some losses down there on that front. I'm not interested in, like, reinforcing or any of that carry-on. Do we want some of these crappy exhausted mercenaries? To be honest, probably. 56 gold. I'll allow it. And next turn, I think we'll strike. I think we're looking in a pretty good position to do that. Oh, actually, how are these guys doing? Oh, let's just take them. Now I've got all of their units. No problemo. Stability's likely to be a bit low, so we'll just make sure that we bolster and future-proof that as much as possible. And then, what does this place do best? Got quite a mixed bag here, actually. We will want to get our uniques down, though, so I'll make that a priority. First and foremost. And now I've got about 1 million units, so let's let's go to war next turn.
Commons quarters offer many different entertainments that are colourful, diverse, and largely legal.
This isn't even their capital, which is a bit surprising. They've got a lot of military down here. My poor elephants are a bit stranded. I'm kind of worried that they're going to get attacked, actually. Wondering if we bring these guys this way to reinforce down here, because they've got a lot of military strength down here. Maybe we make this conquest up here the conquest of the barbs, right? Literally just the conquest of the barbs. We just send mercenaries in to do this fight for us. I think we'll do just that. Let's see what the war support score looks like. We are now well above. Well above. If we get to 80, we can declare a legitimate war. It's kind of tempting. What are we at? +3. Nah. Let's surprise war them. I think the benefit of this surprise is pretty strong here. And we'll immediately siege the city. And you know what? We got pretty good odds here. I'm going to trust. I'm going to do something I really should. Oh, that's the war cry. It's a wah! Not a wah. Something that quite flavor driven is you can actually change the look for your religion when you take the first tenant. A drop down menu appears. Oh, I've just always ignored that. Thanks for letting me know, Daniel. Thanks so much. Okay, let's try it. Let's try an insta resolve. It was a draw? I shouldn't have tried to insta resolve. I hate it. Let's try again. We got more barbs where that came from. We've got a whole nother barbarian army here, actually. Oh, look at this terrain. Are you joking me? Maybe we head back and siege with our own units, in fact. It might be worth a go. Do these actually get... Oh, yeah. Let's upgrade all of these guys. And then go back in for round 2. This time I'm going to do it manually because clearly... Oh, nah, I think this time it's got it. Yeah, it got it. It got it. It got there eventually. Now, elephant boys. Can you strike on these guys? You absolutely can. I want to see these guys in practice, so I'm going to manual resolve. Ah, they ran away. I could take these guys. Ah, they ran away. No one wants me. That's great for our war score, though. If we can get people running away and... Whoa, this city has 37 population. Oh my goodness. What? 37 pop. Are you for reals? Jeepers. We need jobs, jobs, jobs. Which means we need districts, districts, districts. So let's get some down. Let's get all of these districts down, in fact. Industry up here. We're big industrialists. Let's also make sure that we lace in some commons quarters as we go. Pretty important. That one was dreadful. But I'm happy to just take good positions rather than, you know, super duper optimized ones. Here. And that's looking pretty good. Maybe also just queue up this holy site. Might as well. Cool. Alright, Mohenjo-daro's busy for about 1 million years. Although, maybe it might be worth chucking one of these to the front of the queue. Yeah, we'll chuck one in. And fundamentalist values. Minus 50% on common... Minus 50% on stability, common quarter, production, industry cost. Strangely worded, isn't it? I see you. I see you. Or garrison. I'm going to ignore that one for the time being. I don't think we need to become fundamentalists just yet. Sparta's doing well. Sparta might like to acquire this if it can. It cannot.
With 5 research quarters, you're going to run out of... As feudal structures...
A new wonder can be claimed. Heliconasis has been built. Brilliant stuff.
Practices arise that ideally ensure a fair and honorable society.
Can you get out of my land? Oh, shoot. Oh, okay. This is going to be a tough one for our Elefantes. Yeah, this is gonna be tough, actually. Let's reinforce with a couple of units there. I'm gonna have to fight that. Yeah, I'm just gonna have to fight that, unfortunately. Maybe we can snake through the back here. Yeah, we can, actually. That's good. Let's see if we can dwindle down their reinforcements. I'll just insta-resolve that, because that's a pretty easy one. This one single mercenary that's left. Poor thing. Should we upgrade it? Let's upgrade it to a knight. That'll give it a lot of extra strength and allow it to probably defeat that unit. But I think we consolidate our forces together here and get this backup army coming in to help elephants. So, elephants, gonna need to be manually resolved. Can Humankind air transport ground units? Yes! There are 2 different air districts you can build. One of them is largely for the movement of units and like goods and services, and the other one, the aerodrome, is for more sort of militaristic stuff. To answer your question, ABC. Right, where would I like to deploy? To be honest, right here. Oh, I need these reinforcements. This poor guy's gonna get wrecked. Although, what a shot. Look at that. Half of its health, and it can move back. Let's do that. Where would we like to position it? What a great amount of movement points, too. We could even tuck it in behind this hill. I'm not mad at that at all. Let's run this wee elephant away. Run, you beautiful boy! What are the Edo Japanese doing now? Seem to just be romping around in an open field. I reckon they can't find this elephant. Where did it go? Look, literally, they're just swamping around. Oh my goodness. Oh. Look at this, I can fire over this hill too. Now you see me, now you don't, bitch. Alright, let's heal that unit. Do I even want to reinforce, or should I just gamify here? I do want to reinforce. They've found me. They've found me. Thanks for subscribing, SomExe. Oh no, they've found me. But they can't get through because it's such a narrow chokehold. That's brilliant. Okay, now, the surprise elephant reinforcement, right? Is it time? I think it's time. Hello. Here I am. Galaxy Defenders. And fire, fire, fire upon the enemy. And then flee to the hills, right? We take the high ground every time. Look at that. Oh, these units are fantastically maneuverable, man. So good. Fire upon you. Brilliant. And then we'll move to there. It's a slight high ground. And then this one may as well absolutely obliterate that unit that's trying to pin it in. How good. How good. Let's hold that beautifully fortified position. As the Edo Japanese move into round 3, things aren't looking great for them. In a battle that was... A batter? In a battle that was massively favoured toward them. In a way that kind of scared me at first. Our elephants have shown their maneuverability to be key here. Maneuvering into... and really the geography is also to thank. The geography is definitely to thank here. Nice. Brilliant. Now, back out to the rest of the game. Oh yeah, there is a rest of a game happening. Oh yeah, that's a really powerful spot for one of our uniques. And that's a pretty average spot for one of our uniques. But it is what it is. We are starving a little bit. We could use some more farmers' quarters. Let's get them online. We need more farmers to support our ludicrous population. We also would like to get these hamlets. These are what I want, not farmers' quarters. I'm going to ditch that old farmers' quarter and get some of these hamlets down. Let's build, because these provide a job in every category, right? So they provide, oh, look at that food. They provide a farmer, a worker, a trader, and a researcher. So they're super strong. Let's shift them ahead of that and actually just get rid of that altogether. Nice. Some good development in the capital. Let's smash our way through all of these technologies as well. Looking good. Our science is on the up. Feeling quite positive. It's it's over, Anakin! It is over, though, Anakin. It is absolutely over, Anakin. Let's destroy them. Flank around the side there. Then, from the hills, we look down with disgust as we one-shot these units. My goodness. Blink. Nearly take that one down. Can I make it to their flag this turn? No, but I'm willing to come out of the hills now. I think we're in a really good spot. Oh, and would you look here? Reinforcements are on the way. Brilliant. Oh, I needed to move them off that territory. That was my bad. Not that it really matters, to be fair. I think we're doing pretty well. Let's completely stop these reinforcements in their tracks. Bring our army down this way. Station them there. That will scare them off. Conquered Empires is our new civic. Plus 20% war support when winning a battle against an imperialist. Plus 10 war support when winning a battle on relationists. Do I want any of these movements? Let's go anti-imperialist, even though we are absolutely the imperialist in this matchup. Oh, it's stupidly so, to be honest. Oh yeah, run for that flag. Brilliant. They're forced to come back and fight my elephants, which is not going to go well for them. 5 measly damage by their archer. What have you got with your little swords? Not a lot. Let's destroy these units before the battle ends. A wonderful victory will be had by all. Plink, plink, and plink. Brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. What a romping success. They lost 7 units. You can't even count them on one hand. That's how many they lost. Love it. And I will end my turn. Theology is being researched, and we're close to victory in the war. We haven't even taken a territory yet. We've just destroyed... Oh, no, we have. I'm sorry. Yeah, we took Athena, didn't we? Oh, hello. Rebels from Joyce... Why? Where are we rebelling? Oh, for literally this territory, because it's theirs. Okay, so maybe we try and mop up this war. They're naturally going to flee from that conflict. Right into another one. Where are they going? Do I want to stick around and fight them? To be honest, not really. I want to keep pushing. Here we go. And if they're sending 3 units over there to do nothing, that's actually great for me, because it's 3 less units on this front line. Right? Are we about to just... Yeah, they're actually about to capitulate, so... It is what it is. Can I trigger another fight before they do? Yes. They're gonna run from it, though. Like the cowards they are. Can I siege Kerma before the fight's over? That would be pretty impactful. No. Can't quite get there. We should have sent 1 unit off and... Oh, yes we can! Brilliant! Let's assault the city. And that's a really good deployment. That is a really good deployment. Righto, let's reinforce down here firstly and get some more units up to the front line. All hands on deck. Right, let's break through. We want to take out their ranged units ideally. And start to take some of these fortified territories as well. Should have hit with 1 more ranged unit, but that's okay. Can fire with these... Oh, they've already fired. That's fine. Maybe flank around this way with this fast unit. Yeah. Bring this guy up onto the high ground. Maybe romp in here at this horse for a couple of swings. Might defend with these units on the very front line. That unit's already moved. And I don't really want to move them after attacking. I think they're pretty good where they are. I can't see any positions that I'd necessarily need to be in. So we'll just heal them up. Fire! And fire! All the shots. Oh, so good. Look at this decimation. We may as well heal you. Can we get a kill here? No, so let's hold that front line. And you as well. Cool. That's a great round. Let's see how they respond. A couple of good hits. Although they're taking way more damage than they're receiving. Of course, these are fairly untrained militia, right? Like, this is a real hodgepodge of an army. Look at it. What a hodgepodge of an army. Right, who's next? That archer can go immediately and we can take that spot. So that's pretty good. That one's obviously going to be taken out, so I'm not really even worried about it at all. I'm happy to send a few volleys at this unit and then come in and sweep up, hopefully. Nice. Likewise, we'll send a volley that way. And maybe... oh, I see you. I see you. Might need to reposition a bit here, actually. Move that cavalry back. Who hasn't fired is my question. I think everyone has. What about you? Yep. And you? Yep. Let's take out this unit. I think we can do that. No. The knight's in a really bad spot. Because, of course, horses can't climb walls. Don't forget. Horses not so hot at climbing walls. Craftsmanship and gunpowder warfare is going to be pretty significant for us. We also have an event, which we will take the 150 gold because we're hemorrhaging a bit. Thanks to our massive standing army. And... the war is over. We didn't quite capture their flag here. Let's see how this goes. Absolute domination of all of our enemies, Jacob. Yes, and look, do we have another round? Yes, we do. Okay. Can I clear a path to this flag? That's what I'm wondering. Let's see if we can do it. Two turns. Rats. Maybe this unit could run through? Maybe? Oh, you know, they got the walls. Bummer. Bummer. We did a really good strike there too. But unfortunately we're not going to get our elephants over these walls. So, just going to miss out there. About to start my first Blitz game. Is there anything I should know about the balancing? My number one tip would be just to make sure that you put your very first tribesperson on auto explore. That will make sure that you can advance eras as quickly as the AI can in the first turn. Beyond that, you can't really play it too much differently. you're sort of like stuck with what you've got, Pilot. You're sort of stuck with what you've got. But definitely make sure you auto-explore on that first turn. Otherwise, they will get their first culture before you can even understand what a culture is, right? How much war score do I have now? 210. Good, we can actually get some more stuff out of this. Could even make them our vassal. Should we just do that? We could just vassalize these guys. Let's do it. Oh, we cannot. It is but slightly too expensive because of this forced one. Okay, that's fine. No vassalage for you, but we'll force them to convert. We'll force them to give me that territory. I'll also take Athenai and both of these. And Kerma. It's currently at war. Curse you, Kerma. You get to keep Kerma this time, but I'll force everything else on them. Brilliant.
Has certainly left a mark on the world with this cultural wonder.
Nice, 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 nice. Kerma will be next, obviously. But for the time being, that puts us in a pretty neat spot, doesn't it? We now have claims on all 3 of these territories. We're ready to build some kind of super city down here. And we've got the cap to do just that. Moving up north. Yeah, look at this. Look at this. We've nearly got this entire landmass. That is brilliant. However, I have crossed the 2-hour 20 mark, which was a little bit longer than I'd intended for this stream, and I do have to go now, folks. So I'm just going to wrap up, save this game. We can continue it next time if you'd like. Do let me know if you want to see me continue this or not. I'm kind of happy. Either way, we can keep playing it if we're into it. We could not if we're not. I'm pretty into it. I think it's kind of fun. But yeah, do let me know in the chat or in the comments if you're watching this afterwards. I'd love to hear from you. Now I will just quickly turn to the live chat and first and foremost say a really special thank you and welcome to Daniel. I'll just replay that, who became a member during the stream and a member of the JumboPixels as well, which I really appreciate you doing that. And Devilish as well, tried and true. Man, thanks so much. Devilish gave a $1.99 super chat. There it is again. Just replay it. For those in the back who missed it. But apart from that, yeah, look, thanks so much for watching, everybody. Play more, though I think you got this game. Yeah, maybe. Although we haven't actually looked at the fame rankings. And for all like I haven't actually even met these other 2 players. There's a very real possibility that out on the new world there's a player just like me who's done exactly this to the other one. In fact, that more often than not, that actually does happen. So, yeah. Okay, cool. You guys are interested in seeing more of it? Let's see more of it then. I may live stream it again around this time tomorrow, so if you're free and willing and able, I'd love for you to join me. Maybe a couple of hours earlier, maybe around the same time. Yeah. I may do more tomorrow. Also, might try and stream at my alternative time, which is 5 hours from now, but I know that doesn't work for everyone. So yeah, either way, looks like we will continue this. I'm keen to play it out as well. We've only got around 20 turns to go until the technical turn limit, so we might as well do that next time. Thanks so much for joining me. Thank you, Daniel. Thank you, Devilish. Thank you to all the new subscribers as well. Pablo, SomExe, Rigo, Daniel, I see you. No Name will be interested in more. And Jacob, I hope you have a good day too, friend. Thanks, everybody. And until next time, I'll see you then. Take care. Bye-bye.